I'd like to talk about dreams and memory. And I've done this before in some other videos, specifically about dreams and some specifically about ancestral memory or past life memories. I want to put the two together now and just suggest some ideas about dreams and their purpose and their function. The idea that dreams are a secondary function in life, or rather a take it or leave it aspect of life, is a little bit naive, or very naive. The amount of energy that goes into dream function, it would be absurd to think that they have no purpose or no function. I've spoken in my other video about dreams, that dreams might possibly be the reason why we have a waking life in the first place. As in, our waking life revolves around our dream life. Now, I'm not going to talk about that too much, but I want to talk about how we might be overlooking we might be overlooking meaning in our dreams by way of not recognizing memories or acknowledging foreknowledge, either because we're not seeing the symbolism or because we're simply not remembering our dreams. Now, I'm pretty in touch with my dreams. I remember most of them. I remember them clearly when I wake up, and I make sense of them and I make use of them. Now, they're not always highly functional, but they are always relevant. And how you read into the relativity of your dreams will determine what lessons you learn and what you get out of it. Now, one I spoke about in particular, or something I spoke about particularly in a video titled Reincarnation, I was talking about how I've had past life memories come to me via dreams. And something I want to share and highlight is the idea that how many times have you had a dream where you are yourself but you're not yourself, or there are people around you who are people you know but they're different, or there's something about them that is not quite right, and there is all this element of familiarity although everything is foreign. Well, what if these are memories from a past life, but the life that the memory is connected to is so far removed to your everyday waking life today that you have no way of acknowledging that this has already happened. This is something that's happened really in your past, or possibly even your future. To say it's a future thing's a bit of a cop-out. Not to say it's not true or possible, but it's a little bit hard to prove that your dream is a premonition or a foresight until it's actually played out that way. So speaking about memories, like past life memories, how relevant would they have to be for you to recognize them as being real? My particular experience was that of a place of extreme familiarity, and it was actually the distinctions and the differences of the location in my dream that tipped me off that this was a memory of a place, or a memory of the place that I'm familiar with in the past. But if it wasn't familiar, if it wasn't as familiar as the place that I currently live, I would never have worked this out. So then it begs the question is, well, why do we have these memories of the past life? The benefit of that dream in itself, the message that I got out of that, the happenings in the dream itself were pretty mundane and meaningless. The meaning itself was in the realization that that dream was a memory from a life lived decades ago, decades before I was born. So how many of our dreams might be real memories, past or future? Something to think about if you are having dreams. if they aren't true clearly, they might be just symbolic. Many times I've had premonition style dreams have always been just symbolic. Exact events haven't necessarily been 100% detailed, but the symbolism is absolutely true. So that's pretty well it. That's all I have to say about it. Just thought I'd share that. I was just thinking about that reincarnation video I made a little while ago. I just wanted to expand on that because I've had a dream, a reoccurring dream. It hasn't happened for a while now. But in this dream, it was a little bit of a dream within a dream type of experience. Like every time I woke up within my dream, I was set upon a mission to find my significant other in whatever peril she was in. She was always being imprisoned or oppressed by some strange people, and it was my duty then in my dream to go and find her, tell her who I am, and remind her that we are betrothed, have her fall in love with me, and then inevitably she'd die, and then I'd have to repeat the same process in another dream. But this is all within the same dream, in the same night. This has happened reoccurring, and then it's also happened in a different night's sleep as well. But the message of that was that I'm looking for somebody in each lifetime, and how do I know that all of these lifetimes, and these lifetimes did change between settings and themes that may have been different stages throughout history. So how do I know that these weren't actually real events? I've got nothing to associate them with or to relate them to prove that these did in fact happen, other than the woman in every single occasion, who is the woman I have now. But anyway, that's my little personal experience I'll share, and I'll leave it at that. Thanks for listening.